What's up, nerds? So I know I'm coming at you late with this one. I'm sorry. I have a lot of things going on in my personal life that I just can't. My time is very limited sometimes, and I'm just doing the best I can. But I'm coming to you this with now, and if you care what I have to say, great. If not, I totally understand. It is what it is. Okay. So Creature Commandos episodes 1 and 2. Overall, I really liked it. This kind of set stuff up, but I thought that I love the animation. It's super great. I really enjoy these characters so far. I love that GI robot just keeps going, I want to kill Nazis. So good. I really enjoyed it. In this breakdown, I'm going to break down the episode and tell you what I think about it as we go along. But I'm also going to show you guys the Easter eggs that I picked up on and a couple I got off the internet. Sorry, I cheated a little bit because there was some things like I was just like, I looked, I saw it and I was going to mention it, but then I was just like, when you Google it, you're just like, oh, that's an Easter egg too. Look at that. Um, so yeah, but I want to say I like James Gunn's writing. So I watched this, I saw that there was some digs at certain things. For instance, the Sons of Themyscira, when one of them's all like, those feminists, and everything, and very reminiscent of how, things are a little, wonky these days. But at the same time, I go, listen, as long as it's equally balanced, I'm fine with it. And I think that this show, I think is really, I think it's good so far, and I enjoyed it. So I'm going to get into this breakdown, share my thoughts and everything, and hopefully you like it. And if not, what are you going to do? But yeah, let's just get into this and I'll see you on the other side. All right, here we go. In 2023, the nation of Palakistan is under attack by the sorceress Circe and her followers, the Sons of Themyscira. In response, Argus leader Amanda Waller tasks General Rick Flag Sr. with entering Palakistan to help their heiress, Princess Ilana Rasvaktovic, stop Circe. So, real quick, I'm not going to be able to pronounce a lot of names going on in the future with this shit. And if you get mad at me for it, get mad. I don't care. I give zero fucks. So, just get over yourself. But okay, so I liked this introduction of, the fact that Palakistan is, being attacked by Circe. I thought it was really fun. They introduced the Sons of Themyscira. The followers of Circe are named after the Sons of Themyscira. And in the New 52 comics, the Sons of Themyscira are the male children of the Amazons who were abandoned at birth. We can also see one of the members of the Sons of Themyscira making a reference to the super hot fire rap battle meme, where the guy's like, oh, which I thought that was a fun nod to the comic books. And there's just a lot of other, fun stuff going on in this scene. But, it's just catching us up to what the task and what the mission is going to be. So in Waller's office, she and Rick Flag Sr. are watching a report from GBS, which stands for Galaxy Broadcasting System. Now, this company supplies cable service and phone service in Metropolis and is owned by Superman's villain, Morgan Edge. And the GBS news reporter is voiced by famous American journalist Jake Tapper, known for hosting CNN News. What a douche. So due to Congress shutting down her Task Force X program for putting human lives in jeopardy 2 years prior, she recruits a team of non-human inmates from Belle Reve Penitentiary. They recruit the Bride, Dr. Phosphorus, GI Robot, Weasel and Nina Mazursky, and their code names are Task Force M. So we get introduced to all these people. And, and they're all the team. Rick Flag refers to Dr. Phosphorus as Jason and the Argonauts due to his exposed skeleton. And that is a reference to the classic skeleton battle scene from that film. We see the Bride reading a copy of Young Love, which is one of the earliest romance comic titles, which was published by Crestwood and was later sold to DC. Okay, so the events for Peacemaker season 1 are canon, and Amanda Waller mentions that after her daughter exposed her illegal operations, Congress banned Argus from using humans for Task Force X, and that's why they're using monsters now. Amanda Waller says Weasel is one of the few soldiers still alive after Project Starfish in Quarter Maltese, which, it makes the events of the Suicide Squad movie canon. So Rick Flag Sr. joined the military when he was 18 years old, and him and his ex-wife were 18 years old when she gave birth to their son, Rick Flag Jr., and it's also confirmed that Rick Flag Jr. died in Coulter Maltese because Rick Flag Sr. gets upset about it. I'm not crazy upset, but you know what I mean. And I really like the team. I'm going to be honest with you. So far, I think my favorite, just looks wise, because I think she's so fascinating, is Nina. I really just love her look. I don't know why I'm like drawn to the like water characters, like for instance in Avatar: The Last Airbender, I love the water tribe people. And then for instance in Pokemon, my favorite one is Vaporeon. I don't know why I'm attracted to not attracted to, but drawn to the water people of or water whatever when it comes to these things. But anyways, but I think my favorite one, personality wise, right now is GI Robot. He is like, I love his, the whole time he's just like, I do not like scenes. I do not like landscapes that are not littered with the bodies of Nazis. And I'm just like, that's funny. I like you, GI Robot. Super fun. So we meet all of them, and I just so far I'm liking this team. I love Dr. Phosphorus when the bride is all like, "Are you smiling?" He's like, "Mm-hmm," and she's like, "Are you smiling sarcastically?" And he's like, "Absolutely." And I was like, "That's great." So after meeting Rosvatovic, the Flag and his team, they settle in her castle, and during which the princess makes advances towards Flag. So they're just chilling out. They're eating dinner, and they're meeting the princess, and they're doing all their thing. But the princess, she wants that Rig Flag dick. You know what I'm saying? She wants that good meaty dick, and he is packing. I'll tell you that right now. So I thought that was, I guess fun, and he rebuffs her at the beginning, right? He's like, we cannot do this. This is a conflict of interest. I'm here to protect you from, a mad psycho witch and everything. You need to chill the fuck out. I get it that you want this big dick, but, Daddy Big Dick has got to calm it down, honey. I got to be professional. So I like that. And I just like this whole thing so far. So later that night, though, Phosphorus, he sneaks into Rick Flag's room to steal his remote detonator, his iPhone, which allows Flag to, electrically shock the others should they, disobey his orders and everything. But Flag and Phosphorus, they get into an altercation, which Flag wins. So Phosphorus, he goes into his room, right? Like a total creeper. And he's like fighting, right? With Flag and everything. And I really liked this action sequence. I really liked it a lot. I liked the fact that Flag couldn't punch, he couldn't touch Phosphorus because of his radioactive, body, but he doesn't have body. I don't know. And I really did like it, all this stuff with the fighting. I liked that every time, he did touch something that, it lit on fire. I liked that a lot. I liked when Flag tried to put out the thing, but he just lit the pillow on fire. I thought that was great. But I liked how it was one-sided. Like Flag couldn't punch him, but if he punched him, it burned his skin. I was like, this is interesting, this fight sequence, because Flag, even though he's an experienced fighter, he has got one arm tied behind his back, and I was like, this is really interesting. I like that. And I liked when they were fighting in the kitchen. I like how he finally put on the oven mitt and he was able to punch him. I was like, that's good. I like that he's able to think on his feet. Cause me, I would just be like, shit, I got to grab a pan or something. So I just, this was a good action sequence in my opinion. So meanwhile, while this is all going on, the bride is followed by a reluctant Nina, and they sneak out of the castle, right? And they go to the bride's birthplace, which is an abandoned mansion. And an old woman living nearby notifies Eric Frankenstein of the bride's appearance at the mansion. And this was the end of the episode. as a reference to the movie Slither, which I enjoy that one, a science fiction comedy film written and directed by James Gunn himself. Okay, so the bride goes back to her birthplace at Frankenstein's castle. Now, this is a reference to the Frankenstein 1931 movie, since that was the first time where a castle had been associated with Frankenstein. Okay, so near the end of the first episode, we see a picture of a shirtless Zac Efron, yes please, in the background of the lady who was keeping an eye on Frankenstein's castle. Among these names and numbers on the phone, we can see the name of Ivan Borofskovich. I don't know how to say his name, who is known for his book Mouse, which is about an infected mouse that escapes from the Institute of Functional Immorality, where a means of prolonging Putin's life is being developed. And I really liked this episode. I thought it was really, really good. I like how the bride went back to the castle, and I like how she's all like, "This is my birthplace," or something like that. I can't remember exactly what she said. I didn't write down lines and everything, but it was good. I really liked it, and I thought that I think the bride, I don't like that she's kind of the main character out of the team, because personally, I might make some people angry. I think Frankenstein and the Bride of Frankenstein, they're just so boring. I think like me personally, when I just look at the universal monsters like Frankenstein and Dracula and the Mummy and everything, Frankenstein to me is just like kind of like the most boring. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. I don't know. But that's, but I did like this episode. But let's hop into episode 2, and then we'll continue with the rest of my thoughts on both episodes later. All right, here we go. So in 1831, Eric requests from his creator, Dr. Victor Frankenstein, to create a bride for him from female cadavers. And after successfully doing so, Victor teaches the bride how to speak and function normally in the world. And this is to Eric's dismay. And despite his advances, the bride remains fearful of Eric's presence, which causes him to run away. And sometime later on, Victor presents the bride with a necklace, and it's very pretty, and she really likes it a lot. And the two of them end up falling in love, and they do have sex, which Eric witnesses, which was sad that he had to witness that, but it happens. But then Eric subsequently, he murders Victor, which causes the bride to lash out at him, which a fight ensues. And Victor's mansion burns down, and the bride runs away. So this part right here takes place throughout the entire episode in chunks, but I wanted to talk about it all together because I want to just say, Eric Frankenstein, I really am, I understand his want for love. I really do, and I really think that, but I think that the way he treated the bride, like the fact, like love is not something that you just boom, it's there. You have to work. Like I tell people, like me and my wife, we're married and we love each other. And that stuff, it's not like a bank account. You can't just walk into a bank and go to your bank account and there's money in there. You have to put it in. You have to put in on the love and the marriage and all that stuff. So Eric, in this instance, he wants to walk into the bank account and his vault be filled. And that's not how it works. And, the bride, she's immediately, scared of him because he's so impatient. Like he wants love and he loves instantly. Like he loved her before she was alive, and that's not with her. It takes time. And I thought Victor was good at explaining that to him with, the birth and everything. But in the fact that Eric can't be patient, because he's kind of like a child himself, he leaves, which leaves Victor to do the work of teaching the bride. And in that, he falls in love with her. And and she with him, and they end up getting it on. I personally wouldn't have gotten on with a dead corpse. You know, I mean, yeah, I'd have been like, no, thank you. But they do. They get the hibbity dibbity, and Eric walks in on that shit. And I'm all like, that sucks for you, Eric. I feel bad for you, dude, in a way. But at the same time, I just go, she wasn't yours to begin with, although he did feel like she was. And so he totally mangles Victor Frankenstein. Like he cuts him kind of in half. Like he like nearly headless nicks that shit, but with his body. And then his like arm was all like like this, like Zorgified and everything. And I was like, oh, he's dead and everything. And the bride, obviously, she does not like this, and she freaks the fuck out, and they start fighting, and that mansion burns down. And she runs away, but I couldn't tell if she broke her ankle or if she broke just the heel of her shoe. But I was just like, oh, if you broke your ankle, I've rolled my ankle before. It fucking sucks. I didn't break it, but it hurt. I was limping for the rest of the day. So we see the bride's origin story being set in 1831. Now, this was that year, the revised edition of Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, when it was written. Frankenstein's dialogue here in this episode: shall each man find a wife for his bosom, and each breast have his mate, and I be alone, is also taken from the original Mary Shelley's 1818 Frankenstein edition. So in the intervening centuries, Eric chases the bride across the world despite her rejecting him in every encounter. So the bride is born in 1831. Frankenstein has been stalking her for nearly 200 years since then, all across the world. And we saw that in that montage. Okay, so in flashback scenes, we can see Frankenstein wearing a similar shirt to Rick Flag's. Ultra Bunny is a character created by Gunn with the obstacles or opportunities message on it. And that was the production slogan for the Suicide Squad movie. Okay, so in the Woodstock scene and all these flashbacks, we can see Shaggy Rogers from Scooby-Doo in that franchise, and he makes an appearance, and he's watching Frankenstein and the Bride fight, which I thought was really fun. And I liked this also, not in the sense that he was like a big stalker, but I did like this in the sense that I liked the fact that they showed their passage of time, you know, together. And even though it wasn't a relationship in the true sense of the word, or in the healthy sense of the word, it was a relationship nonetheless. You know, it was just here is a suitor, a stalker, trying to get his woman. I don't know how to explain, like what words to use, but you know, and I felt bad for the bride also, because she's just trying to live her life, and Eric is just not getting the clue. You know, those types. They're just like, listen, dude, she's not interested. I'll say it again, not interested. So just like, yeah, just move on, dude. Find another bitch, yo, you know, find another monster. So in the present day, Ileana seduces Flag and they have sex. But meanwhile, the bride and Nina are searching through Victor's mansion for the necklace. However, they are discovered and attacked by Cersei, who was alerted to their presence in the castle by her followers. And the bride and Cersei, they fight, right? Now, although Cersei ultimately wins, Nina contacts Flag for assistance, but one of the sons of Themyscira shoots her helmet and breaks it, which renders her unable to breathe. And then the sons of Themyscira then capture Nina and the bride. So here's the thing. So I first off, Ileana finally got that good D, you know what I'm saying? Like she was, and she's got for a cartoon, she's got a rocking body and everything, but she was in the bathroom, and I'm just like, Rick, like you're in your underwear, dude. And I mean, like, listen, kudos to the fact that you didn't smash her before, but I would have gave in too. I'd have been like, all right, we're fucking, we be fucking now, because this is happening. So I was like, good for you, Rick Flag. So when the bride and Nina, they're looking through this house, and I liked how Nina found the necklace, and then the bride was all like, she kind of like scoffed at it, but I'm all like, honey, this was, the only gift from your love, or if you will. And so I did like that. She found the necklace and she was just like, she tries to play it off like cool and everything. Okay, so Nina talks about her father in this one, Professor Myron Mazursky. I don't know how to say their names, but in the comic books, he was a scientist who created the Creature Commandos. Now, the fight sequence here with Cersei, I did like it, but it wasn't as good as the one with Rick Flag and Dr. Polaris or whatever his name is. Phosphorus, but I did like it because I like magic users, and everything. But it felt like one-sided again but Cersei was not. I didn't think was fighting to her full potential. Not until she changed her arms into those little wavy people, which I loved that, and I liked how the bride was like, "What the fuck?" and everything. I was like, "Yeah, how are you gonna change your arms back? That's crazy bones." And then I did feel bad for Nina when she gets shot and her thing breaks, and I was just like, oh, how's she gonna breathe and everything. And so, but she was, I can't remember what the bride said, but she's like, go fuck yourself. I was like, that's good. And then the guy butts the bride and they pass out and everything. And then that was the end of the episode. So again, overall, I just want to say I really enjoyed these 2 episodes, and I think it's just because I'm not just because I had no interest in these characters per se, and I really didn't know about these characters. But I really did enjoy it. But I think I like James Gunn's writing. And I just really, I always have. I don't know what it is about his writing that I do like. Except for, and I've said this before, I have never seen his trauma stuff, so I don't know anything about it. But I just like his writing, and I think that he's very talented in terms of that. So far, I like what he's doing, and I really hope that this show works out in the end in terms of the story. I really hope it comes to because I liked his oh gosh, the John Cena show. Shoot, the Peacemaker. I really like Peacemaker. I thought it was great. But let's see how this show moves forward. I really liked it, and this was a great first 2 episodes to start off the show. But those are my thoughts and everything. Tell me if there's any Easter eggs I missed, and what did you guys think about the show, and who's your favorite character so far? Like I said before, I think looks-wise, it's Nina for me, but I think personality-wise, I really like G.I. Robot. I think he's great. But tell me what you guys thought. Go ahead and leave all your comments in that section down below. If you like this video, go and hit the like button. I won't mind. If you're new to my channel, please hit that subscribe button. I'd greatly appreciate it. And I will see you guys on my next Creature Commandos breakdown and review. You guys have a good week. Bye.